You can call me Al. We're shipping something heavy this morning. So I got my first gig of the day, and it looks like something singular and very heavy, but the description was very vague. It said 512 pounds for one item. I don't know what it is, but I do know where I'm going. So I'm guessing that it is a large auto part made of metal to weigh that much. We'll see when I get there. I'll show you when I roll up. 500 pounds. So it's a huge radiator for an over-the-road truck. We put it in the back of the truck with a lift truck, so that made it easy. Hopefully they have one where it's going. If not, I'll just slide it out. Gravity's on my side because it's easier to get out than it would be to put it in by hand. So here we go. But first, some fuel. It's like watching a slot machine in reverse. Watching your net worth disappear. 1 gallon at a time. At least the price isn't too bad. That wasn't convenient at all. The pump asks you if you want a receipt, you tap yes, and then nothing happens. That's not convenient at all. I wouldn't think it'd be hard to keep receipt paper in there. But that's just me. You know, common sense. Oh well. Credit card receipt will show it. On the road again.
Just can't wait to get on the road again.
I'm delivering big heavy stuff to my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again. Cars busted down on the road. So in the state of Georgia, your car's at the side of the road unattended. They put a green sticker on your window that is a notice to have it moved. I don't know if there's a violation for that green sticker, but I think less than 24 hours later they're going to come back and they're going to put a red one on there that is a ticket because you left your vehicle unattended. You must have it towed. It cannot sit there. Most of I-95 going through South Carolina is also going to become 3 lanes each side like this one in Georgia, I-95, because of all the added traffic. And that bottleneck going from 3 lanes to 2 lanes into South Carolina causes the traffic delay every day. And given all the new development that's going on just across the border in South Carolina, because we're getting a Buc-ee's. It'll be the second one in South Carolina. There's one in Florence, or near Florence, South Carolina, and this will be the second one. It won't be one of the biggest ones, but it'll be a Buc-ee's. They're developing the whole exit now around that announcement. Big land development. It's going to be built on the opposite side of the highway from it. The whole stretch of land where they're going to put the Buc-ee's is probably going to have stores pop up next to it. That always happens. So I'm excited. Gas prices are good. It's a fun place to visit. They've got good brisket. And the coffee's not bad either. And they have the cleanest bathrooms that I have ever seen in any roadside stop. Ever. I'm not exaggerating. They're the cleanest ones ever. I think if it wouldn't make people get weirded out, the next time I go to a Buc-ee's, I'll show you how clean the bathroom is. I mean, they have, like the one down in Daytona, just in the men's room, they have 20-some stalls and a wall of urinals. But every time that somebody goes in and out of those stalls, some attendant goes in there and cleans it. Like every time. It's always stocked. All they need in there is like a coffee bar or something. Maybe somebody serving sandwiches. Heck, you wouldn't have to leave. Maybe I'm onto something. Got a little serve window, you know, so you can keep your privacy. A little slider. Like those little Italian windows where they used to serve wine glasses during the plague, so people didn't come in contact with each other. Just put one of those on the door of the stall, and then you could just order a cup of coffee from a touchpad or something, and then somebody brings it to you. I think they'd have to put a time limit or a minimum purchase, because knowing how men can get with their bathroom time, they'd probably have to put in more stalls. And maybe some cushy seats. That'd be good. Buc-ee's, if you're watching this, I thought of this first. Have your marketing team reach out to me. We'll talk. I just thought of something. Since this big radiator is on a pallet, if they don't need the pallet, I might have got myself another free one. I mean, it's crappy wood, but it's wood. You can use it to build stuff. And I need some place to put firewood anyway, because I don't want to put it on the ground. My other pallet lasted about 3 years until it got rotten. So I need to replace it. Tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree.
It's been 3 long years. Do you still want me?
I got a new earworm. Got the best of me. The station I listen to plays a lot of 70s music. Who sang that song? If you think you know, before you cheat and look it up, put it in the comments. Tell me if you know the song. And who sang it? I do. So I'll stay on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me. And tie a yellow ribbon round that old tree. Well, that's disappointing. I wasn't allowed to keep the pallet. They wanted to keep it for the big old radiator. That's fine. Have to make do with what I got. Now I think I'm on my way to pick up another TV. This has to be like in the teens, the number of TVs I've delivered in the last week. They're not heavy. They're easy to carry. And people with little cars can't haul them, so that leaves more for me. So here we go. We'll survive. Might need the hand truck for this one. Fishing pole. Thought it was going to be a TV. I didn't read the fine print on this one. This one's way out in the sticks. It's not like across the whole state, but it's pretty far. I'm gonna have to hope I can pick something up so I don't have to deadhead on the way back. The good thing is that at least it pays decent, but I'd rather not travel this far. The longer you're on the road, the less you can take, the less time you have to take another one. Scenery's nice. It's rare that you would ever see snow in the south, but one thing that always happens this time of year is the grass gets this brown. So it's just different shades of brown. Some of the trees, the southern oaks, they'll hold on to the leaves for a long time. Southern oaks aren't really like an oak, like you think of a white oak or a red oak in the Northeast. They're more squirrely growing and knotty. Trying to think of what would be like it on a tree. Like a willow tree, it gets all knotty and it's not really that good to make things out of because it's all stringy. And it grows with knots in weird places and bends in weird places. Now, it burns pretty well, but splitting it is a nightmare. I mean, I've got a video on my channel here of me trying to split firewood on one of my other channels. Me trying to split firewood because some guy had cut down a southern oak in his backyard And he said it's free to anybody who come and get it. So I went over, filled up the back of the truck. And that stuff, I have a wood splitting maul. I don't have a power splitter. But if you don't hit that stuff just right when you're trying to split it, your wood maul will bounce off of the log. Because you're cutting it with the grain. You set it on its end and you cut it like this. But it's so dense and sometimes the knots are so squirrely that it'll just bounce. So you have to keep turning it and find a weak spot and keep trying so you can get through it. It's amazing. I mean, that's why it burns so well, because it's so knotty. But getting to that point, I don't think I want to split another truckload of wood by hand again. I'll put a link to it in the description here. Just pretty much like I am now when I'm splitting wood. It was about this time of year last week. Yeah, it's nice out here, but it's remote. The other nice thing about driving these back roads is that there's not as much traffic. Because in town right now, holiday traffic, it's nuts. Because a lot of people have off this whole week. And you can tell. Because you drive past a Home Depot or Walmart or Sam's Club, it's packed. That guy was going to pull out in front of me back there. He didn't. My wife made fried rice last night, and I made sliders. Been thinking about that all day. Because again, I raced out of the house. I had my coffee, but I forgot to bring something to eat. So if you hear rumbling in the background, it's probably not my truck engine. It's me. I'm almost there. I'll catch you when I'm done. That house had some big dogs in there. They don't like the delivery guy. They didn't come out or anything. They were just in there, asserting their dominance. Get off my porch. Woof, woof. I'm a great big dog. I will bite you. Woof, woof. Well, I might have got lucky. There's another pickup I can do that heads me back the other way again. So I don't have to deadhead. That's good. That's good. Saving money on gas. Or at least justifying the mileage to get back there. Because this is way out in the sticks. Way out. The land where you hear banjo music coming out of the woods. You just keep driving. Or what do the old timers say? Yeah, that's pretty far out in the sticks. When they get you out there, they don't kill you, they keep you. It's like deliverance kind of stuff, I think. I'm sure everybody out here is very nice. It's just cell service is spotty out here, and houses are few and far between. One of these houses I drove by looks like that house from Silence of the Lambs, the one Buffalo Bill had. It rubs the lotion on its skin.
Puts the lotion on its skin. Now!
Well, say it, don't spray it, brother. There, look, I'm putting the lotion on the skin.
And I know that wasn't Silence of the Lambs, but it's one of my favorite movies. Name the movie. Put it in the comments. See, if I don't do videos like this and put in these cutaway references to things that go on in my head, I don't have anywhere to let that out. Because I'll be having a conversation with somebody and I hardly ever make the reference to the movie that I'm thinking of or the song, because nobody's going to get it. But if I put it here, one of you is going to get it. Most of the movies I reference are they're comedy movies. I like comedy movies. Good ones. And I like, I mentioned the movie Pitch Perfect in my other video. And the only reason I watched that is because it was during COVID and I didn't know what it was. And so my wife and I watched it. We really liked it. It seemed fun. And it was funny. And plus, has Fat Amy in it.
What good singers? What?
So, how can you go wrong? Who's not so fat anymore? You should look her up online. She looks much healthier. It was okay that she was fat, but if she didn't feel healthy, good for her. Rebel Wilson. Let me roll the window down. I want you to hear something. listen. You hear it? Sorry, I couldn't resist. Yeah, I know, I get a kick out of myself. It's just us, you know. You're allowed to ride along when I do these. You're allowed. You're not getting paid though. Because you're not doing much. Like, you know, where was your help when I was lifting out toilets and bathroom surrounds out of the back of the truck the other day? Where were you then? Or that big old radiator I delivered this morning. You weren't volunteering to help me there. So I'll just do it myself. You're paid in good stories and warped humor. It's a long way to Tipperary. That is an old song, but the song hails back to World War I. And they reference it in the 40s cartoons as an aside to World War I, not World War II. Yeah, if you ever go back and watch unedited Warner Brothers cartoons that were made in the 40s and 50s and 60s, they weren't politically correct at all, and some of them were kind of wrong. And, you know, we're just kids watching cartoons. But then, like other things, you become an adult and you watch one of those cartoons again, and you're thinking, wow, there were kids watching this. I was one of them. I didn't know any different. I mean, I didn't get them, especially the ones like that have innuendo and stuff like that. I didn't understand. I just thought it was a cartoon, and then, you know, somebody would get hit in the head with a shovel in a cartoon, and that was funny. And it didn't influence me to go do that in life, you know. And they had pew-pews in those cartoons too, and it didn't turn me into a maniac or have disrespect for firearms. That was a big thing in the 80s. Super conservative people were trying to get warnings on everything because it's going to make, especially video games, it's going to make your kids violent. Go out and do things. No. If that person had a penchant to be that way anyway, they just happen to be playing video games also. But proof that people will always find a way no matter how much you regulate things. If you search, you know, like some of these terrible incidents that have happened in the past, the background of that person was sketchy anyway, but they found a way to get a hold of what they needed to do their bad thing. They found a way, and it wasn't legal. So you can regulate things all you want, but the bad guys are always going to find a way to get what they want to do what they're going to do. So you can't regulate it so that they can't do it, because I don't think they're going to read your rules before they do. It just punishes the people that are good people. I'm probably going to edit all this out. It might be too heavy for some people. It's just observation. It's not political. People get too upset about politics. Get all their pants in a bunch. Things that should be required in school: debate, higher math, science, music. People should learn music. They should just learn how it works. They don't have to do it for a living, but learning it makes your mind work differently. It opens up your mind. I mean, I didn't think that I would appreciate it, but I started in music when I was in elementary school, and I went all the way through high school with it, and I had a great time. Sometimes it's a little difficult, but I had a great time. Woodworking, metalworking, home economics. It's not just about wearing an apron. It's about economics too, because something they used to teach in home economics is how to manage a checkbook. It's called home economics. It's not just about cooking and sewing. Everybody should learn all these things. We need a more well-rounded bunch of people in society. Because I thought that I knew everything when I was younger, and I didn't. Surprise. There's a Wawa back there. Wow, they're coming pretty far north now. Wawa is originally from outside of Philadelphia. Chain of stores, convenience stores that are awesome. They're different than a Buc-ee's in that they're not so massive but they're really nice and they have really good food inside, and they're usually clean, and they're in convenient spots. Now I know that they were opening all over the place in Central Florida, because there's a whole bunch of them in Orlando, but I didn't know that they were this far north. Still can't beat Buc-ee's though. Buc-ee's is awesome. And I can spell it. It must drive their SEO people nuts, because I'm sure everybody spells it wrong when they're looking for it. If they heard about it, or if they heard somebody say Buc-ee's, because they probably spell it incorrectly as BUCKY''S. It's not how you spell it. It's BUC-EE''S. Buc-ee's. And I guess that's their beaver mascot's name. Buc-ee. There's a history behind that. I'll put a little blurb here, a text, that I'll pull from Wikipedia, but I don't remember exactly what it is in reference to, or who it was. It was a nickname of somebody. It was a founder, I think. Oh, I burned up more than a quarter tank of gas already. From the gas I got at the beginning of this video. Look, more than a quarter tank. Sheesh. That's how much driving I've been doing. Gonna be some fat deer in the woods around this house. Whoops. Happy dog, I guess. Everybody's gonna be well fed. I had that one run that got me back home. Anything new kind of trailed off, so I don't think there's gonna be any more today. So I think that's gonna be about it. Thanks for following along. If you could, show me some love. Like and subscribe. Share with your friends. The rantings of an almost old man as he drives around doing side hustle. Slightly entertaining, just a little bit, maybe a little clever. Thanks for watching. Be safe in whatever you're doing out there. It's a holiday season. You don't have to be in too much of a hurry driving. Just remember, everybody else has someplace to go too. Be safe.